everybody, it's Casey Williams. Well, the subject of our review this week is a pretty big deal. The question is it necessary? It's a 2022 Jeep Grand Wagoneer Obsidian Edition. Let's go have a look at it. Let's do a quick walk around, then we'll go inside and I'll show you what you really want to see about the Grand Wagoneer. The truck is big. It's essentially based on the Ram pickup trucks. It's built in Michigan, built on the truck platform, very large. So think of this as Jeep's version of a Chevrolet Suburban. And in such, big truck, you got the traditional Jeep grille, but you come around the side, and I gotta tell you, it just feels big for big's sake. I don't know that I love the design. It certainly doesn't really connect it to the classic Grand Wagoneers. You know, the Jeep Grand Cherokee really is more of the kind of vehicle that the Grand Wagoneer used to be. So it's big, it's got 22-inch wheels. In the Obsidian package, it's got all the black trim. It looks cool. I honestly don't get this with the windows. I think it's frankly not all that attractive. Some people like it. It looks like a bunker. It's got a little bit of a Hummer look to it, so I guess it looks tough, it looks mean, but I just don't think it was Jeep's best effort. Again, I think the Grand Cherokee is a much nicer looking vehicle, much classier for sure. But it looks good, I like the clear lens tail lamps. Power rear hatch. And there's a lot of space. They're going to come out with an extended version of this vehicle, so you'll have more luggage space. That's coming out later this year. But you could definitely get 3 rows of passengers in here, no trouble. The real point of this vehicle, though, is to have something where you can get the family in, drive luxuriously, go off-roading, and still pull a big trailer. And this vehicle will do all that. So absolutely no doubt, they focused on luxury and technology inside the Grand Wagoneer. You know, let's start with these great big plush leather seats, heated and ventilated up front, heated in the middle row, heated leather wrapped steering wheel. Everything feels expensive. I like this kind of metallic finish here. Feels nice, looks nice, beautiful, stitching. The black here in the console, more metal here in the console. It's plush, it feels expensive, it feels even beyond Range Rover inside. It's a very nice job to make this vehicle look and feel the price that it's going to have. It's got Macintosh audio, 19 speakers, the sound system sounds great. But I think the thing that people are really going to notice is the array of screens in here. They really outdid themselves there. You got flat screen instruments here, you've got the large touch screen in the middle for the infotainment system, and you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging, 4G Wi-Fi, all that connects here. Down below, you've got your seat controls. You've also got a screen over here for the co-pilot in the dashboard. And in the back, you've got 2 more video screens on the back of the front seats and a control screen in the center console. We'll take you in the back in just a second. So everybody gets a screen. Screens for everything. It looks glassy, it looks pretty, looks nice. There's also a heads-up display, full array of crash avoidance systems. It's got adaptive cruise, forward collision alert with auto brake, lane keep assist, blind spot warning, rear cross path detection, you name it, it's got it. So, but it's, you know, again, a very comfortable vehicle. I like the Macintosh audio, it sounds absolutely great. I like the twin panel sunroof, I like the big comfy seats, and it's just really a joy to drive. If you're not in love with the exterior styling, by the time you get inside and sit in the back seats, you might warm up to it just a little bit more. The inside really is beautiful. I like the front seat, I like the screens, I like all the convenience. Very nice. But sitting back here, you feel like you're in a Range Rover Mercedes S-Class, everything you need. Touchscreen here for the climate control, nice big consoles, you know, the metal finish and the stitching here on the center console. And in a lot of vehicles, you know, the front's nice, the back seems like it's a step down. Not true here. Everything in the back feels expensive as well. You've got your own infotainment screens here, you can plug in, you've got Amazon Fire television, you can watch movies, you can do all that from here and connect your devices. So I think, you know, riding back here, man, I'd ride to the moon and back sitting back here. It's great. And there's also enough space, and again, this is not the extended version, there's going to be a longer version of it, but there's plenty of space in the 3rd row for 2 people very comfortably, 3 people on shorter trips, and if you don't need it, you can fold those down and use it for luggage space. But right inside, very nicely done. So there's no getting around the fact that the Grand Wagoneer is a very big truck, but it does come with a powertrain to move this big truck. So you can get a new twin turbo inline 6, 3-liter inline 6 that delivers 510 horsepower. That's pretty impressive. This one has just 471 horsepower coming out of the 6.4-liter V8. Connects to an 8-speed automatic transmission and a configurable all-wheel drive system. So plenty of power for this vehicle. In fact, you can pull 9,850 pounds, which is really the point in buying a Grand Wagoneer over the Jeep Grand Cherokee. Fuel economy, as you might imagine, is horrendous. 13 miles per gallon in the city, 18 on the highway. And there's just no getting around the fact that you're going to put a lot of gasoline into it. But driving it, really pleasant. This has the air ride suspension system, provides a nice comfortable ride on the highway that's both comfortable and controlled. You can raise the suspension up for off-roading, and it does all the things you expect it to do. So very pleasant vehicle to drive. It's only when you get in tight city streets and trying to maneuver through town that you realize how big it is. Out on the highway, no problem at all. You got everything you need to move down the road. You can configure the powertrain for all kinds of different driving conditions, for snow, for mud, for off-roading, for rocks. You can just leave it in sport mode if you want to and tighten it up a little bit. So that's kind of nice. But again, overall, it's a big truck-based SUV with a lot of things to make it very easy to ride in and very comfortable to drive. You can definitely see where Jeep was coming from with the Grand Wagoneer. It's a classic nameplate. It still commands fully restored. The vehicle's 30 years old, commands almost six-figure prices. People love them. People bought them new, people drove them forever, and they're really great classics now. So if you're Jeep and you're looking at your lineup, you have to say, yeah, there's a space in our lineup for something like an Escalade or a Range Rover, and this is it. It's luxurious inside. I think the outside's just not quite there, but it looks like a Jeep. But driving it, spending time in it, it's a very nice vehicle. So let's talk about price. Well, the Grand Wagoneer starts just under $89,000. This one with the Obsidian package and everything on it, $109,025. Well, next week we'll have another fun car. Till then, storm forward.